happening on today's video. So that's because I have decided that since the wedding season is literally right around the corner, it's going to start in a couple of months. So I decided I'm going to do an entire big fat Indian wedding series, which means I'm going to upload a tutorial every single week that has something to do with wedding makeup. So today, for example, I have done a full-fledged bridal makeup look. I'm not wearing all the dupatta and the jewelry and everything. I was wearing it for the pictures, but I kind of took it off because I was feeling really silly talking into the camera with all of that on. So basically today I recorded a full-fledged bridal makeup look. As you can see, the eyes are beautiful, they're feminine, they're still bold, the skin is flawless, the classic red lip that all brides love to wear. So basically I'm going to be uploading something like this every single week. You guys can please throw in your suggestions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to record something that you guys want to see. I'll be recording looks for sangeets, I'll be recording looks for cocktail parties, for wedding guest makeup, so basically the entire wedding brigade. Another thing, I know that a lot of us, almost every one of us, get our professional makeup, our bridal makeup done by a professional. But if you even watch these videos that I'm going to be uploading for today's video, for example, I've given a lot of tips and tricks for brides. That is something that you can keep in mind and tell your makeup artist to implement when you are getting your makeup done. So I hope you guys enjoy this big fat Indian wedding series. This is the first video of that one. As I mentioned, it is a full-on bridal look. I hope you guys enjoy it, and as always, if you haven't already, then please do subscribe to my channel. And if you do like this video, then please give the video a thumbs up, and let's start. Starting with an eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be applying it all over my eyelid. Now this solves two purposes. One, it makes your eyeshadow long lasting, which is what we need. And two, it helps in creating a smooth base for the eyeshadow we're going to apply over it. Now this, I've just taken a bone shade colored eyeshadow and I'm just applying it all over the primer to set it. Taking Real Girl from the Modern Renaissance palette by ABH, I'm going to be applying that into my crease. Now, for a smoky eye or for any intense eye makeup that we are doing, it is extremely important that we build the color and really take our time to blend out that color to create that real smoked out effect, which is exactly what I'm doing. I have shown this in a little fast forward because if I had shown it in real time, this video would have gotten really long and boring. Taking Venetian Red, I'm going to be doing the same thing, applying it into my crease, concentrating it more so into the crease area than above the crease area, and really building on that intensity like we did with Real Girl, but more so with Venetian Red because we want this color to stand out more. Don't worry about some fallout over your eyelid because that's going to be covered pretty soon. Taking Cypress Umber, we're just going to take that on a small brush and use that to define our crease. Now I have a really well-defined crease myself, so I could have skipped this step and just gone in with the bigger blending brush. But for those who don't have such a well-defined crease, this step will really help give you that sculpted definition. So blend that out and start pulling it towards the outer corner of your eye. Using that same shade on a flat eyeshadow brush, just going to apply that to the outer V and start to really pull that eyeshadow out, giving it a nice winged shape. Once again, build up to the intensity you want. Next, using a wet wipe, I'm just going to really carve out that outer V, clean out all the fallout to really define that outer V. Using the Prolong Wear Paint Pot by MAC in the shade Indian Wood, I'm just going to apply that all over my eyelid, just till about that brown shade that we have applied. Now we're not going for a defined cut crease right here, but you want to make sure that you cover all the area up until that red crease that we have. This is going to serve as a base for the Colourpop Nillion Air eyeshadow. This is a cream eyeshadow that needs no setting. It is a beautiful gold glitter eyeshadow. It looks beautiful when you have worn it. Next, taking the Maybelline gel eyeliner in black, I'm just going to use that V that we've created to define the wings on both sides of our eyeshadow, and then apply it with an angled brush. Don't worry about any mistakes that you make. This is why we are doing our eyes first before we did our base makeup. So you just kind of want to get a rough line with the gel eyeliner, a rough outline, and then we're going to clean it up and really define it well using a liquid eyeliner. I'm using the Lakme Absolute Shine Line eyeliner in black, and I'm really going to now start to define that gel eyeliner, create that intensity, blacken it up, and just smooth out all the edges. The applicator is so thin and fine, which really helps in smoothing out and creating that perfect winged line. Moving on to our base before we finish the lower half of our eyes, using this amazing mattifying primer by Makeup Forever. It really helps mattify that T-zone, which is amazing for brides especially because it keeps the makeup and oil locked in over there. Followed by the NYX Pore Filler in circular motions right where I have my pores. Using my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, I'm just going to be applying that all over my face. And using a buffer brush, I'm just going to buff that into my skin. Using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, this is an extremely full coverage concealer. I'm going to be using this to conceal as well as highlight the high points of my face and my under eyes. Also going to be using this to clean up that winged eyeliner that we have applied. You'll see that once you apply it like so to clean up that tip, it really stands out. Looks extremely well defined. Gonna apply that to my chin, bridge of my nose, and to my forehead. And I'm just going to use this concealer brush to pack that concealer into all the areas that I need concealed and highlighted, and then just brush out all the harsh edges so that it blends seamlessly into the foundation. Next, using my Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'm just going to use this brush to pack that concealer, to set that concealer just so it doesn't budge. Now, this is another great powder for brides especially because everyone is just clicking your pictures, some with flash, and sometimes you get that horrible whitewash when you click a picture with flash. So this powder really helps control that. It has no white flashback. Next, I'm going to be doing my brows. Girls, this is extremely important. As you can see already, I've just started filling my brows in, and it makes a huge difference to your face. Even if you have dark brows, you have to fill them out and give them a good shape, because brows frame your face, and I can't tell you how important brows are. As you can see, they are filling my brows in. You can see the brown, the other side that has not been filled in yet, and it makes a massive difference. So brides, this is something really important. Whether you're doing your own makeup or you're getting it done professionally, you want to make sure that your brows are filled in. Fill in all the gaps. If you have dark brows, just make sure you fill in all the gaps. Just make sure they're well defined, they're well shaped, because that's really going to make a difference to your face. I can't stress how important brows are. Look at the difference that has made. to the entire face already. Using a bronzer, I'm just going to, before I highlight and contour, just going to kind of warm my face up with this bronzer. It is supposed to be a shimmer bronzer, but it has minimal shimmer in it. It's just to warm the face up, to give it some color. So I'm going to apply that on my cheeks. I'm going to apply that on my forehead as well. Next, using the deep and medium contour shades from the Lorac Pro Contour palette, I'm just going to apply that from my temple till about the outer V of my mouth. So here I'm showing you that is the exact line you want to apply the contour in. You want to start with the maximum product at the temple, and then as your product keeps becoming lesser and lesser, you want to kind of bring it towards the outer V of your mouth. Contouring the nose is again extremely important. If you want to have a very snatched, very contoured nose, then you can go as dark as you want with the contour. I am going for a kind of moderate nose contour, so I'm just going to apply it with this brush, and once again blending out is key. So literally take your time. This took me about a good 5 to 7 minutes to blend out perfectly. Next, I'm taking my Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in the shade Golden Sands. I'm taking the cream highlight first, and I'm just going to start to apply that on the high points of my face. It is such a beautiful shade for brides because it's gold, and yeah, it is amazing. Wow, I look like an idiot over there. But you basically just want to go in with your fingers. I don't like to go in with a sponge or anything. Just go in with your fingers and really define that highlight. Just going on the Cupid's bow on the bridge of my nose. I have a very oily T-zone, but I applied the mattifying primer, so it's gonna keep that highlight and oil control in place. Using a fan brush, next I'm just going with the powder highlight on top of the gold highlight to create that intensity. Once again, build that intensity. It is all about intensity. Next, I'm using Tahiti, which is a bronze shade, and I'm just going to use that to kind of blend the highlight and contour in together before we apply our blush, which is NARS Orgasm, most famous blush and most beautiful blush, especially for brides, because it's rose, it's gold, it's just beautiful. I'm applying MAC Fix Plus before I move on to the lower part of my eyes, just to make sure that the base really sets in while we complete our eyes. Using Cypress Umber, I'm just going to go in with a small blending brush on the lower part of my eyes. Now guys, I lost a lot of my footage. Well, not a lot, but basically what I did was I applied Nillionaire, which is the eyeshadow, the glitter eyeshadow we applied on top of this shadow that I am applying, and I use this eyeliner to kind of go in to my waterline. So I lost that footage, I'm really sorry. But next what I did was I applied the PAC eyelashes to my eyes, which are the M72, and that was it for my eyes. And I moved on to my lips, which is, I'm using a L'Oreal red lip liner, and I'm just gonna fill that in to my entire lips. Girls, this is another very important thing to make sure your lipstick is long lasting as hell. You want to fill in your lip liner with lips with lip liner completely before you apply your lipstick. It is extremely imperative, and it gives a beautiful shape to your lips as well. So that's a double whammy for you. Next, moving on, I'm using the MAC Ruby Woo lipstick, and I'm just gonna apply that. It is a classic red, it's beautiful, but obviously I had to add some burgundy in it because it is my absolute favorite shade. So once I finished applying this lipstick, I went in, you will see very soon, with the Huda Beauty famous lip contour. It is a burgundy shade, and I just went in on the outer corners of my lips outer borders of my lips rather, just to give it a nice kind of ombre looking lip. With this step, we are done with this tutorial. So brides, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and if you have any more questions, any suggestions that you would like me to do, then please go ahead and put them in the comment box below and I will be happy to oblige. See you in my next video.